Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Crooked Nature. My name is Allie. I hope you take a second to hit the like and subscribe button, maybe even the notification bell if you like what I'm doing and you want to see more of it. Let's move right on into this beautiful Monstera Deliciosa you can see before you. You can see some tiny little fairy garden stuff going on down in there, and that's from my daughter. She loves this plant. She loves plants, and I don't blame her, and I'm encouraging it. We've had this guy I think 3 years now, and it's really put out quite a few leaves for me. I absolutely cannot get over how large how large that is. Look at how big that is. And that's in my house. That grows in my house. This is in my basement, not just in my house. This is in a basement. Oh my gosh. All right, so this guy really needs something to climb on, and I don't have anything to climb on it, or anything for it to climb on, I should say. But it's trying very hard to go up that wall, and it's gonna figure it out. I really think it might. So instead of letting it just figure it out, I'm gonna see if I can't get a couple of old pallets, old wooden pallets, and wire them together and put them in this section of the wall so that they can climb up it. I don't know if I can get pallets or not, but I'm gonna try. Maybe I can get some old wood if I can't from an old project or something like that. If nothing else, to see if I can't make it its own little climbing area. So this guy is pretty awesome. And if you don't know, it's actually kind of an invasive species in places where it's not from, if it's got the right conditions. So it's become invasive in Hawaii, but it is awfully pretty, I do have to say. If you see some of the pictures of the specimens from Hawaii, they are so big, guys. This does not even come close to giving me or you an idea of how large they get. These guys climb trees and they take over trees. They kill trees, in fact. If you're from the South, you know a lot about kudzu and other vining climbing things that kill trees and homes, and they kill undergrowth, and they're honestly bad for a lot of things, including birds, and it spreads like crazy and you can't get rid of it. That's what happened in Hawaii with this guy. Somebody got it as an ornamental, and at least I'm assuming someone got it as an ornamental and that it didn't just end up there, which does happen occasionally, but it's more rare. I'm betting that somebody got it and put it outside, and it decided that it really liked where it was, and it took hold and it reproduced. And that that can happen with just about any plant if you're not careful, guys. That's why I highly do not recommend any type of ivy. Unless you are really lucky and you come across a wax ivy or tree ivies. Now, those are pretty cool, and I do have to say that. And I think as an indoor plant, both of those are pretty nice. So I'll go with that. But I don't actually know how invasive the tree ivies are if you were to put them outside. So I can't actually say anything to that or about that. And so I'm not going to. But they are cool, and they're not invasive where I live. I live in Missouri. This would just die. This would die off right in the winter, every winter. No big deal. And it would never be a problem for me. It is an excellent indoor plant. I have to say that. I know a lot of people are like, what? No. Yeah, but it really is. And it does the best between like 70 to 85 degrees. Okay. So if you have a warm house, it's going to do really well. The warmer, the better. This one would probably be doing a lot better if it wasn't in my basement. I do think it did better when it was upstairs, but it actually gets better light down here. And now I have a better grow light in here in this area in the basement. So it actually is staying quite a bit warmer in my area, which is something that's a big plus. That's a big plus if you have grow lights and they help produce heat for an area that you don't want to pay to heat. That's a big help, especially if your grow lights are pretty energy efficient, even if they do produce heat. That's a big help. Gosh, I love these things. They can flower. They can fruit. They they can flower. They do flower. They generally don't inside though. So If you can, look up the flowers. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stick pictures in here. I don't have pictures that are my own, so I'm not going to do that. Plus, I'm not very good at technical things, and I probably can't do that. So we're just not going to put any extra pictures in. But they can flower, and they do produce a giant, delicious fruit. Hence its name. Y'all know its name. I'm not going to repeat it. Anyway, it's often called the split-leaf philodendron. It's not exactly that, but it kind of is. And the split-leaf philodendron is also often used to refer to several other plants. This is usually called the Swiss cheese plant, not to be mistaken for the Swiss cheese vine, which is the Monstera adansonii. Also not to be confused with the mini Monstera, which is not even a Monstera, it is the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. I have all of these. So I'm like, I don't get how y'all get them confused, but I guess I can understand if you hadn't seen a Rhaphidophora next to an Adansonii, you would not possibly, if you never seen it, you probably wouldn't know the difference. But if you've ever seen them side by side or even like separate occasions, there's just no way. I don't think they're, I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. I'm biased because I'm like, I can tell. And I don't want to make somebody feel bad for that. But I do think that they are all really awesome plants. They are all prolific. They are all excellent. So far, the most picky and least liked of all of those plants is the Adansonii. It seems to be finicky, and I call them weak plants whenever they get pests a lot. So it's a weak plant to me because it gets pests a lot, and it is also currently suffering from thrips. I wonder which plant I got that brought it into my house, but you know what? It wouldn't be fair for me to blame the plant because I'm the one that didn't look at my plants good enough, and there's also, that huge chance that they were just down in the dirt. Ugh, hiding. So, sorry guys, I was down on my knees and now I am standing up, and I was on my knee for too long, I think. All right, you guys, have a great day. I'm going to get off of here before I ramble on and absolutely just ruin somebody's day by being like, that lady's too weird. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.